How I would learn to code if I could start over. Let's start from the beginning. Learning to code is a life-changing decision. With just a laptop and your brain, you can work from anywhere and earn a good income. However, it becomes more complicated when you start to learn a programming language on your own and you don't know where to start. In the past, it was hard to find an information on programming, but now we have a lot of information, but with that information comes more distractions like social networks, interesting TV series, or some bad fake news. And you feel like you never will finish your programming study. In this video, I'm going to help you to find a solution. I will break this video into 3 parts: discipline, coding, and mindset. I started learning basics of web development when I was 15 years old, and I created just some project for myself, for my own, like some small startups, some music downloading website, and some interesting pirate stuff. While I could write some code and create some basic websites, passing a job interview took a lot of times to learn a lot of practical code challenges and a lot of theory materials. For a year, I struggled to reach the level of proficiency that I desired till I implemented these 3 things in my life. I work as a lead software engineer, so subscribe to my channel and let's move forward. Discipline. First thing that you need to do is to schedule your calendar, schedule your day. You can use Google Calendar or some notepad practically. Actually, it doesn't matter. Is it physical, some notepad, or it is Google Calendar, Apple Calendar. But the important thing that you need to have some disciplined things in your life. For example, you can schedule, wake up at 8 a.m. and have a shower 8:15 and do some breakfast at 8:30, or less strict, you can just write, for example, wake up at 8 a.m. and, for example, morning routine for 45 minutes. You also can have some to-do list up, but the key thing is that we need to have some discipline thing in our life, in our day, because if you control your day, you actually control your life. And the important thing is in our schedule is to allocate some slots for your coding, for your learning process. You can allocate a few hours daily for coding, and you can allocate few hours for example, some theory reading. And every day that you struggle to wake up at 8, or for example to do coding or learning, remind yourself that you are delaying your engineering career for 1 more day. I faced the same challenges when I started my programming journey, but it is not easy. It should be uncomfortable, but it is war and you should win it. The second thing is coding, that I also will split into 2 chunks. It is language learning and problem solving. So, language learning. If you're learning JavaScript, you can watch some video course or read some book. Actually, it doesn't matter, a special way how to do, but you should do repetition. You should repeat the information that you have learned. For example, once you have learned what conditions are, start writing 100 examples of different conditions. You don't have to try to remember everything. Just practice and repetition, and your brain will memorize everything by itself. By the way, if you want a video how I use some techniques while learning, write a comment and I will make it. The second part is problem solving. After you have learned some basic data structures, variables, what are conditions, you already can try to do some practical coding challenges. There are a bunch of websites that you can use, like HackerRank or CodeSignal. It can be hard at first, but once you understand the point, they will become more easier and easier. Engineering mindset. The last point, that you should switch your mindset and start to think like an engineer. Almost every issue already has been solved and you should just Google and find a solution. It is hard to not give up and continue Googling. But if you persist, you will find the answer, or at least a solution that you can use to refactor your code and write in a different way. It might seem simple, but it takes a lot of years for people to learn how to Google. But important thing, never give up while Googling. So Google is your best friend. If you have some engineer friend, first ask Google. Then go to your friend and say I've Googled and I found a solution like this, but it doesn't work. So help me. You might have a new friend, but there is another big topic, not for this video. So now you know the solution. Start to schedule your day, your calendar, make a to-do list app, choose and save in your bookmarks some websites for problem solving. Don't give up while Googling and start to make it. Also follow me on YouTube and Instagram and I will help you to achieve your goals.